What's up, good people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Isaac Insights. Thank you so much for your continuous support. Yes, and good people, it's evening here. It's on Saturday. Yes, and I want to talk to someone. By the way, a lot of people keep on asking questions that I will say some questions about the cost of a house, specifically 3-bedroom and 2-bedroom house. And maybe this video I'm making it so that I can enlighten people out there. Most people are not aware that the cost of any house is determined with a number of factors, and for us we can only give you approximation, the amount of money that you are expected to spend on a certain house. So come with me, let's listen. So what determines the cost of any house? May it be 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom. Number one thing that determines the cost of any house is the size of that house. Someone will tell you that a 2-bedroom house, I have built a 2-bedroom house with 800,000. I have built a 2-bedroom house with 50,000. I have built a 2-bedroom house with 1.5 million. I have built a 2-bedroom house with 3 million Kenya shillings. And I know most of us outside there, we are always there to say that, no, for me, I built with 1.5 million. Now, the question is, or that leaves a lot of people in panic and leaves them not knowing what to do, because if you come to Isaac tells you that for you to build a 2-bedroom house comfortably, you will need like 2 million Kenya shillings. You go to someone else, he is telling you 1.5 million Kenya shillings. You go to someone else, is telling you 3 million Kenya shillings. Now, these are some of the questions that you need to always ask. When I tell you that your house will cost you 2 million Kenya shillings, ask me, this two-bedroom house, what does it include? Because you find someone is building a house, it has 2 bedrooms, that's a master and 1 extra bedroom, and then the same bedroom has a study room. The same house has a study room. Then from study room, the house also have the what is it called? Has kitchen and it has dining. If I happen to translate that, that is just the same as a 3-bedroom house, because a study room, it is an extra room. Also, now let's quantify this house. The house has a sitting room, a dining room, 2 bedrooms, 1 study room, a pantry. You look at that house, it's automatic that it is a 3-bedroom house. It's only that for you have chosen to select the 2 bedrooms that are there, and you know that these are bedrooms. But where are you leaving the study room? Because if you're building a 3-bedroom house and it has a study room, then it's no longer a 3-bedroom house. It's just the same as 4-bedroom house, because the cost of any house will depend with the size of that house. And what is the size of any house? It's always measured in meter square. So that is one thing that you need to know. And so in a layman language, for me, I will say, ask someone, how many iron sheets did you use for your house? That one will give you an answer, because, for example, the house I'm describing, that a 2-bedroom house, it has a study room, then 2 bedrooms, where then a toilet, most likely a master and suite, and this other toilet has a common washroom, and then a study room. In most cases, that person will tell you, my house I used between 70 to 80 iron sheets, that is 3 meters. By the way, also when it comes to iron sheets, mtu asikustue nyumba yangu iko na mabati 60. Ask him how many meters, because you can even go for a 4-meter iron sheets. You can go for a 2-meter iron sheets. So for me, I'm talking about 3-meter because that is the standard case that we always use in Kenya today. So, and now I have a question to you, my viewers. Imagine someone has built a house that has what I have described. His or her iron sheets are coming to around 75 iron sheets. Is the cost of that house same to someone who has built a 2-bedroom house worth 50 iron sheets? They are not. The costs are not the same because let's go with iron sheets alone. Let's leave these other materials aside. Iron sheets are part of that construction. Now let's calculate maybe together so that you can see the sense. If someone is building with 75 iron sheets, 75 iron sheets, he or she is building using, let's say, resin coat. By the way, the iron sheets, I said they are resin coat. I think they are here where I am. I'll show you. The resin coat are just normal mabati but colored. They are corrugated, right? But in MRM they call it resin coat. So 75 times 1900, the cost of iron sheets alone is coming to 142,500, right? And then someone else has built using 50 iron sheets. His or her 2-bedroom house is 50 iron sheets. They are selling for 1900. It's coming to 95,000. What is the difference with 142? It was 142, let's say even 142 without adding any more. The difference for iron sheets alone for that house is 47,000. Now, those are iron sheets alone. And remember, the tiles, the cost of tiles will have similar margin. The cost of paint, if for you are using 20-liter paint, the other person will use 20 or 25 or 30 iron sheet, 30-liter paint. So that is the calculation that you need to look at. That is how you need to look at the cost of any house. You look at the cost of any house from that point. You will stop judging different prices. The reason why I'm making this video, by the way, we were in Muranga, and I told people that plastering alone costed 300,000, and someone was like, a 2-bedroom house, plastering plastering is coming to 300,000. How is that possible? But I was telling them that, hey, listen, you look at this house, it has a sitting room, a spacious sitting room. By that spacious sitting room, it's a sitting room that is it's ranging 18 by 18. That's 18 feet by 18 feet. It has a dining room. It has a spacious kitchen. It has a corridor, and not just one corridor, 2 corridors. It has 2 bedrooms. These 2 bedrooms, one was measuring, I think, 21 by 16, because the assumption was that 2-bedroom can host more than 2 people, right? So that's more than 2 beds, let me say so, more than 2 beds. So that bedroom, that extra bedroom was that big. And then on the other side, the master bedroom was also spacious enough because it has to accommodate wardrobe. So from that you can see, or if you are looking from that perception, what is the size of this house, then you have no reason to argue that that cost is too high. And when we say so, we are not discouraging anyone. For me, I'm not discouraging anyone, because when I started this journey, my goal is to ensure that you people get the enough knowledge that you need in construction, so that you are also not distracted to start your project. I always say that you can start with what you have. What you have will help you, or will push you to the next level. Because for me, I always believe that once you start, kuna kabidiwa kana come in, unaanza, then unaenda mpaka umalize. So good people, that is what I thought I should tell people today. You can see what I'm trying to mean. You can see I've talked about iron sheets, I've talked about paints, I've talked, let me also add even windows, by the way, for that house. A 2-bedroom house, but it has a study room, and a 2-bedroom house that does not have a study room. This study room will need a window. This other bedroom will need windows. You can see, you can't compare even the cost of windows alone, because look, maybe your 2-bedroom house doesn't have even a dining. This one has dining, has study room, has sitting room. So sitting room will need like 1 or 2 windows, but 1 window is always enough, a big one, because the planning of bedrooms. And then dining needs a window. Then the 2 bedrooms need windows. Then study room need windows. You can't compare that house with someone who has just built a house that has kitchen, lounge, and then 2 bedrooms with 1 toilet. You can't compare the 2 houses. I don't know if you can get the sense. I'm making this video so that I can enlighten someone that as you plan to build your house, these are things that you need to know. Anything extra that you are adding on that house is changing its name. Yes, we will call it a 2-bedroom house, but in real sense, it is more than 2-bedroom house. For me, I always tell people that I build a 2-bedroom house, and you always see this house. It's just that today I'm shooting away from it. But you can't compare that 2-bedroom house with other 2-bedroom, with most of the 2-bedroom house around, because my 2-bedroom sitting room alone, it's 18 by 18, and then dining, it's 14 by 10. That's dining. Then master, it's measuring 15 by 15, and it has a toilet inside, so you also need to add that, because that adds the size, and that toilet is measuring 6 by 5. And then this other bedroom is measuring 10 by 10 with an extra, with a toilet also. So the toilet is 5 by 6. So you can see from that house is not just a 2-bedroom house. It has a dining, it has a kitchen, it has the bedrooms. Hizi bedrooms na size yake, na kila bedroom pia iko na nini. So, and also you look at the type of iron sheets that I used. The number of iron sheets that I used. My house is worth 72 iron sheets. Those are 3 meters, 72 of them. You can't compare that with someone who will be building. By the way, let me give you my case as I finish up the video. It's too long and I know I'm talking too much, but mimi hata mtu akisema naongea sana na watu wapate what I'm saying, I just say thank you. So those iron sheets, I was buying them 3,200 each that time. That's 3 meters, and I bought 72 of them. So you can see it's 230,400. Those are iron sheets alone. I have not included the how is it called? Easy. Yes, it was 3,200, 3,150, not 3,200, 3,150. 3,150 times 72, it's coming to 226,800. Then valleys, ridges, I bought them. Now imagine someone else was building same time, and his house is worth 50 iron sheets. 50 iron sheets. So 50 times 3,150. You can see that difference. This one is coming to 157,500, over 50,000 different. Then the size of windows also, and the number of windows that is on the house that you are building. All those things always matter when you are building your house. I wish I could finish this video, but I also have something important that I would like to tell people. Another thing that people need to know about the cost of any house. For me, I will say, when we are building, if I start building today and you also start building today, the only thing that will be approximate, yani zitakuwa zinataka ile yako na yangu zinataka kupatana, it's from foundation to roofing and maybe plastering. But from plastering going forward, it is you, the person, who decide the amount of money that you will want to use on that house. The reason why I'm saying so is, we have choices in the market. When it comes to finishing, we have those people who will go for quality paints. We have those people who will go for any paint. We have people who will decide, I'm doing plastering outside so that I go with the rough and tough. We have people who will do keys. Now you look at that, also that one will bring in the difference of cost. So this point is just to let you know that as you plan or as you prepare to build your house, these are some of the things that you need to know. Ikifika finishing, also finishing determines the cost of any house. The kind of finishing that you are doing on your house will determine the cost of that house. So I'm trying to say, or to end this video, I'm trying to say that the price or the cost of any house is not constant. It is a person who decides, nataka nyumba inatoshana aje. Number two, finishing inatoshana aje ina include what is the planning of that house, as in iko na rooms ngapi, zinatoshana aje, madirisha zenye zitakuwa zinatoshana aje. Those are some of the things that zinaleta hizi tofauti and people needs to know. Good people, up to there sitaendelea kwa sababu mimi najua nimewachokesha, but this is an advice that you need to know when you are planning to build your house. For me, I will say, choose or go with someone, let him guide you, akueleze in details, what do you want? For me, if you want that, by the way, it's high time I've decided that I will be charging for consultation, because unapata sometimes you give someone a lot of your time. Mtu anakupigia simu, even you talk 2-3 hours, unamaliza, unatoka kwa simu, hata una maji ya kukunywa, na baadaye unasikia yes it's good kusikia mtu ameshajenga, but also your energy needs to be compensated. Good people, up to there I say thank you so much. Mungu awabariki, Mungu awabariki familia zenu. Asanteni sana.